Alright, so I am at Fred Meyer's. There's a lady here who helped me get this started here in Oregon so I could get possibly food stamps back and help me to get my disability money reinstated. So I'm gonna see if she can help me, and I hate asking. That's because a lot of people have treated me like I'm a horrible person for asking. Anyway, I guess my vehicle is running okay. I gotta make sure gotta make my computer in if she's able to help me. I gotta try to talk to her before 11 because I gotta go let Luce know that it's not gonna be today. And then, of course, I gotta try to make sure that there's a place that's at least somewhat acceptable to show this stuff. And I got to find her first. I don't have her phone number. I do know what her vehicle looks like, so I guess that's how I should probably secure the stuff in my vehicle. I've had to purchase a lot of electronics in order to try to process all this evidence that is electronic, but not all of it is. However, the electronic stuff, these are recordings of actual instances and situations that happened. A lot of people keep telling me, oh, well, I can't do nothing about hearsay. It's not a hearsay if there's evidence. How complicated is that? If you look at the evidence, you can say, yes, there's evidence. And a lot of people saw that there was evidence and admitted that there was evidence that I was telling the truth, and admitted that I was telling the truth. But then you look at the situation, and how does it go down? They procrastinate, and 6 months later, I'm having to call them up, record the conversation, and put it on YouTube. Now I'm having to go to strangers, and hopefully they'll help where people who were my friends were pretty well useless. Or a lot of people who claim that they loved me and claim that they cared about me just ended up taking advantage of what few resources I got. That ain't love, that ain't friendship, and that ain't help. And there's a lot of these people, like, they said they would help me, and then I call them up. They just end up telling me about all their personal problems, and they can't do this and they can't do that. And I tell them how they can help me. You can look at the evidence and you can speak up. And then, of course, for years and years and years, same thing over and over again on that one, huh? They say, I don't know how I can help. Well, you can look at the evidence and you can speak up. And you could also stop interrupting me to tell me I just got to love myself. Loving myself ain't the problem. It's the mass quantities of abuse. The fact that I got to look over my shoulder at every corner. When police officers assault you and then charge you with assault, they don't ever have to show it. The fact that they tell the public that you're like that is good enough. Their word versus yours. That's why I was trying to explain to these people, I need you to come forward. That body camera evidence is important. It needs to be shown. But no, you just couldn't do that. They were incapable of coming forward and telling the truth. I, to this day, don't understand why. I get to hear all of their excuses, but their excuses don't make no sense. If somebody was threatening your 11-year-old daughter or drawing pictures of your multi-ethnic son with a noose around his neck, Wouldn't you want to turn it into the cops? Wouldn't you want to do everything that you could to turn that in? Alright. I'm looking for this lady. I'm going to go into Fred Meyer's here. Maybe she's inside today. Oh no. I know both of her sons, two of her sons work here. I'm going to scan the parking lot. Her husband told me where to find her, so that's where I'm at. I'm not seeing it. I guess I'll probably have to end this, and I'll probably do that in a few minutes. I suppose while I'm looking, two of my biggest fears are my biggest fears because I relive them a lot. One of them is that people will confuse my Tourette syndrome with drug use. And another one is that people will confuse me stimming because I'm autistic as drug abuse. Both of those have gotten me harmed, physically abused, assaulted, and arrested many times. And people's assumptions of them, the bias and stereotypes. And they just keep throwing those at you. Oh, well, we don't need to listen to him because stereotype number one. And then there's the stereotypes about men. Kind of like the stereotypes about cheerleaders. You know, just because you're a cheerleader doesn't mean you have to live up to a stereotype. And as a male, you don't have to live up to a stereotype. And just because people want to tell you that you are that stereotype does not make it so. Like, here's the thing. When you're talking about average, most people are not average. Matter of fact, the people who are so incredibly marginal that they are average are a very tiny percentage, because most people are either above or below average, or can't necessarily be measured that way, can it? When it comes to intelligence, yeah. Now, one of the things that's assumed is that people who are autistic have no empathy, and that is entirely not true. If you see somebody with Asperger's and a puppy, you'll know what's up. If they don't like the puppy, that kid's not autistic, he's a psycho. Well, that's when it comes to Asperger's anyway. Empathy is actually a trait or quality of our people. You like how I say that? Our people. Oh, those are cool. All right. It's looking like I am going to have to message her. On the bright side, I'm in the toy section. They have Crayolas for $1.11. You know what that means? Oh, and they got sidewalk chalk. Washable sidewalk chalk for $2.99. The problem with washable sidewalk chalk is that it washes off. I'd rather use crayons. I'm actually pretty good with crayons. I'm even better with modeling clay. When it comes to fixation, that's one of the things that a lot of these web sleuths want to throw at me, the fixation thing. Do you know what I fixate on? It's not on people. I mean, it is. I want people to be safe. I want them to have wonderful lives. But, I try to focus on getting myself a safe place where I can build things to make the world a better place. And we've got a lot of examples of other people with Asperger's that have gone on to do great things. We get to hear all these stories, don't we? The great things people, like Leonardo da Vinci and Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein, were also known for being honest. Horribly so, because here in America, they ask you to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. But you get to see what Leslie Snell and Scott DeCosta said. And then there's also the evidence that shows that it's BS, and also the evidence that shows they omitted a whole bunch of stuff. And that they were literally cutting me off over and over and over again from turning them in, because I had to try to do it over the internet before I tried to do it in person. Just in case they tried to pull the tricks that they pulled. But without anybody there with me, they got away with pulling those tricks anyway. And that's why my recordings are so important. And that's why it's so important to get a hold of somebody to take a look. All right, well, I'm cruising through the gardening section now, so I suppose I'm probably gonna hang up. Oh, those are cool. Back scratcher. $12.99, but it's not something I need. Or $12.49. Although all right, this is what I fixate on. You see this? This one right here was on this rack. So it doesn't belong on that one, it belongs on this one. It's called a cultivator. And this right here, they're both 3 prongs, but this one right here is a different kind. So because they put the wrong one on the wrong rack, it bugs me. It also bugs me that they're not all facing the right direction, or the same direction, I should say. All right, so I gotta hang up on my YouTube channel and get a hold of Kara, and also I might go back and get those crayons. I'm real nervous. Hopefully this lady is gonna help to make a call with me so that I can get this turned into the police, but I need a civilian to be able to verify at least some, if not all, of my story, and that takes a matter of somebody taking a look. And when you're autistic and you have Tourette syndrome and you wink and blink at people, they're just weirded out and creeped out by you. So for me, asking for help is you don't understand how scary it is to ask for help. In addition to being a male, there's also the fact that, yeah, I do have Tourette syndrome. And Tourette syndrome doesn't hurt anybody. But that's one of those things where people go, oh, well, have you tried medications? Did you know the medications they give you for Tourette syndrome are liver damaging? So, yeah, no, that's no good. That's not going to work out. I'm absolutely not in any need of anything here right now. But I don't want to be in here and not be a customer. That's another thing. When you're weird or strange and people are creeped out by your existence, when you have Tourette syndrome, it's not a choice. For somebody to have to take liver damaging medications over that, I mean, that'll literally kill somebody just because you don't want to see them twitch. And we have to worry already about getting shot by police for having a twitch or for stimming. Oh, wow. Those are big boats. Oh, by the way, I got a boating license. I wonder how much a crabbing license will cost for a visitor. I do like me some Dungeness crabs. That's what they got up here in this area. Plus, it only takes about, I don't know, maybe an hour to tie a net. Well, a crab trap. It's a matter of making a net that's got holes in it that are wide enough that a crab of the proper size won't be able to slip out of it. So you can actually make them pretty big. You got like I believe it's a 6-inch crab here. Maybe an 8-inch crab, I don't know. All right. Well, I'm not finding anything I want either. So I'll probably get like a candy bar or something. No. I got these sunscreen things, but they're pretty expensive. Alright. Oh, wow. I want that one. No, I don't want that one. I want one with a mountainscape on it. That one's Tropical Island. Alright, maybe I should show the products I'm looking at. But this isn't a product review or a unboxing or anything cool like that. That's not what my channel is about. My channel is about speaking up for the victims, especially those without voices. It's unfortunate that I'm one of the voiceless. Oh, wow. Yes. I feel like I just walked into heaven. I'm in the tool department. Alright, well, I've said I'm going to hang up a couple times. I got to get a hold of that lady and see if she'll help me out this afternoon. And then I got to run up and let Lewis know that I'm not going to be able to use his help today, which really stinks because, you know, he's homeless, and for him to show up like that and to take time out of his day to do that is... It's tough out here. It's survival mode. To make time for somebody else, you still have to eat. Just like with a lot of parents, you know, they may want to help, but they still got to eat. Their kids still got to eat, and they have to worry about losing both their kids and their food, their income, their livelihood. I guess that's more than a both, isn't it? Looks like they got heaters. I could sure use an extra one. But I think what I could use more is an extra battery. However, the most important thing right now, as far as my car goes, is replacing the 2 front tires because the wires are sticking out. And that was another thing I was going to try to do today. But with me having to call this afternoon and trying to get help, it is what it is. You know how we end these videos. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.